Instagram. Are we live? Right, I'm going to invite you to join. Bear with me a second. I'm sure I look really attractive. An enormous stomach. There we go. Right, I've just invited you to join me on. Right, I'm going to Instagram. Yes, that is working, and I am live, I think, on my channel. Let's have a look. Okay. Hi, there she is. Right, I'm just going to turn the volume down, so otherwise I'm going to hear like two things at once, which is really annoying. So welcome everybody who is watching us either now or on replay. We've got a couple of people joining already. So we are today talking about my new program. It's not new, I've done it in a beta version. It's called Just Launch You. It is all about launching, basically, hence the name Just Launch You. But it's about, you know, when you haven't launched before and it's the very first thing you've ever done, it's all about kind of getting that confidence and that like energy right, because it's daunting doing a launch. The first time I did it, I shat my pants, so I know how it feels. But I have had successful launches and I've had failed launches, and both are really normal in the online space. So what this is all about is about giving you the best possible opportunity and chance to smash it when you launch next year. We're starting in December so that you've got a run up before January comes. And if you're launching January, February or March, this is absolutely perfect for you. And even more exciting is that it is reduced for Black Friday. There's a flash offer that's on now at the moment. It ends on Sunday at 8 p.m. and we're going to be talking all about it. And I've got Rachel here with me, Rachel Harvey, who is one of my clients, one of my loveliest clients, in fact. And we are going to have a chat about her experience because she joined me for the beta of Just Launch You, which ran over the summer, July to September. Is that right? And it was kind of mid-July, wasn't it, to like mid-September, something like that. So we're just going to talk about her experience, because it's all very well me telling you how amazing it is and how amazing I am, but like it's all about, the proof is always in the pudding. So I just wanted to bring her on so you can hear from the horse's mouth exactly what it's like inside, and it's mini mastermind style. So let's dive in. So tell me, Rachel, because I know we did an intensive first. Tell me what it was like, how you felt about launching and everything before you did the course, before you did the program.
Before I did the program and the intensive, I had some idea of how you go about launching, but they weren't really specific and they weren't plans that I could really follow step by step. So it was more of a vague notion of how it was all going to work.
Yeah. And how did you feel afterwards?
So after our intensive, which was a really fun half day, and
I'm just going to turn the echo off. Maybe better. Sorry, can you hear me now?
I can't even see my
really bad echo on my phone, so I'm just trying to turn one down so we haven't got them both going at the same time. Right, try that now. Yeah, that's better now.
Sound better?
Yes.
Okay. So I did the half intensive with Mel, which was like, it was a really fun half day, and so Mel helped me with social media strategy and some actual practice of how to create reels, which actually was really good fun, because I had really been avoiding doing reels because I was like, oh my God, it's so faffy. I don't know how to do this. But I knew video was something that I really, really wanted to and needed to do for more visibility. So I leapt at the chance to do this intensive with Mel. And that was like 3 hours of jam-packed advice and practical fun and planning and strategy. So when the chance came to do the beta with Mel to plan my launch, I was like, oh yes, definitely. I'm like really
You were like straight away, yes, please, I want to do it.
I was. And I was like, oh my God. And I went straight to one of my friends and was like, you should do this too, because this sounds absolutely brilliant. Come and join me. And she did as well. So it was a really lovely group of us that were on the beta.
Yeah.
With Mel.
Yeah.
So I'm glad.
And it's kind of like, how would you describe it? Because I've been describing it to people as mini mastermind. What does that, what tell us what it was like inside the calls and stuff like that. How was it for you?
So the calls were brilliant. It was a really lovely group of supportive people on the calls, with myself and Mel.
Yeah.
So on the calls, Mel went through some strategy for the week. She gave us tasks to work on for that week, lots of resources for actually planning out our launches, and really explained, what the steps for the launch are, what you need to be doing pre-launch, during the launch, after launch, follow up, like the whole strategy with the resources to actually.
And did you find that I know a lot of people, when they get too much information, can feel overwhelmed. Did you feel that it was enough to be dealing with to get the work done within that time frame each week? Did you feel like it was good, well balanced?
Yeah, the tasks were absolutely achievable, and because you were on hand to also offer support in the week, by answering any questions, and also to have a once over of content as well on one sort of key piece of content that I found like really, really helpful.
Yeah, so I'm keeping all those things in, but I'm adding to it as well. I've got a man on the roof, so I keep looking up. He's doing our gutters. So sorry if there's a noise. I forgot he was going to be here today for this one. Typical. It's just live, normal life going on. So I've added in a business audit, so you get my eyes on your business, and I will have a look at where you're at and where you should be going for the next 3 months. So you've got kind of a really clear game plan of what you need to be doing. And I'm also adding in, we're keeping the content review. So you get a weekly content review. So I can look at an email, I can look at social media post, I can look at a website page, and getting those eyes on your business is something that you don't normally get. I mean, you don't normally get that from other programs like this. I don't know anyone who does that. So it's really, really, really helpful. You loved that, didn't you? It just, because it's like having that cuddle. Yes, I'm doing it right. Because when you're in the online space, it's really hard to know if you're doing it right. I mean, there's no one there to tell you. You haven't got a boss or anything. So that kind of support's really important. And you loved that, didn't you, when you had yours?
Yeah, I've been able to ask questions. So, when we came on the calls, we were able to ask questions from the work we've been doing on the previous week, and any questions relating to the tasks you were giving us for the following week. So everything was really well explained. The resources are really clear and easy to use. So yeah, I loved it. And it was just such a lovely group.
Yeah, and it's nice because everybody's in the same boat. I mean, there's nobody that's like kind of ahead of you or like below you, all kind of like first or second years of business, never really done a big proper launch before. So everyone is learning from everybody else, and that kind of makes it really special. And the other thing I'm adding in, which you didn't have in the beta, is the access to my VA. So you can have access to my VA for only £10 an hour, which is an absolute bargain. Done a deal with her. So that means that if you've got things like that you don't like doing, like I really don't like creating funnels, and things like that, things that are complicated or take too much time, I call them the £10 tasks. The things that you should be doing, the £1,000 or the £100 tasks, but the £10 tasks you should give to the VA, and you can get her for a really affordable price. So that's an amazing bonus as well. And what would you? I mean, we kind of talked about what it was like. Did you have any like hesitations about investing? I know at the moment, I mean, we can't get away from the fact that times are tough. Cost of living is a real thing, and people are like being more discerning about where they're spending their money. So what made this a really good investment for you, and were you worried before investing, and how were those fears allayed when you actually worked with me?
I think plan your launch was a no-brainer for me, because I'd already worked with you on the intensive, and prior to the intensive, I'd followed you on social media, and we'd had some interactions before, and I'd really got to know, like, and trust you.
Very important.
Yeah, and also I think I was getting very frustrated with myself at the time, because I was like, I need to be doing video, and trying to work out how to do things myself was just endlessly frustrating. So I was like, okay, I need to get some help now, and who do I know and trust and like that does this?
Yeah, and we've gone on to become really good friends, which is really good as well. I love it. I love being friends with all my clients. So just to say as well that I'm known for video, but video is just the vehicle to visibility. So it is like the most important bit of your visibility strategy, and then you should probably add in something else. But why launching and video go so well together is that launching collapses time as well. So it collapses time on that know, like, trust factor that Rachel was just talking about, and that's so important, because people are not buying unless they know you anymore. It's not gone are the days of the gold rush in the 1920s, 2020 in the pandemic, when everyone was just buying like anything because they were bored and at home with all the furlough money. It's different. I mean, people are still investing, aren't they? But it's like, you've got to really be out there. You've got to be really visible, and launching is a brilliant way to grow a warm audience quickly, especially if you do like a challenge launch or a masterclass type launch. What else was I going to ask you? So what results have you had? I know you haven't launched yet because you're still kind of like working on everything, but how do you feel about going into your launch next year?
Well, way more confident, and I know exactly how to plan it out. I know what the different options are, and for me, it's just feeling which is the right option and leaning into that.
Yeah,
of course, I know that if I try one way, I can try a different way the next time and just see which works better for me, because we're all obviously individual and have different businesses. So
it's about making something that works for you and is aligned. And also, it's not about like, I think everyone gets hung up with launching and on that cash injection, and it becomes this like big thing, like you're fixated on getting that cash injection. And obviously that's a nice win if you have a really successful launch. But the thing about launching that people forget is that you get all this learning about who your audience is, what they like, what they don't like. There's no such thing as failure. Okay, you will always, if you're launching, you will always learn, and you will grow your audience much, much quicker, because you're giving them an event, a launch event, whether it's a masterclass or a challenge, or even it could just be like it could be something on email. You could do like a 5-day challenge on email. It doesn't have to be like all singing or dancing show, or anything you do that you're getting your message out there is going to help you grow your audience. And ultimately, growing your audience and getting warm people to you is going to help you sell. So that's why we're doing it, and that's why we do video as well. Is there anything else you'd like to share that might help any women that are kind of thinking about joining this program on this amazing offer that is available until Sunday evening?
It is an amazing offer, and I would just add that Mel has a huge amount of experience in PR and marketing, and that experience as well made me feel really safe to invest with Mel, with you.
Yeah. Because my days are working with Minnie.
Yeah,
and all of those big brands. Yeah,
our stunts you were involved with, I remember those.
That's how old we are.
How old we are, yes. But it gave me real confidence in investing with you.
Yeah.
And I totally feel like I got my money's worth, and it was really, really great.
Thank you. That means so much.
Tell
us about your launch then. Go on, give yourself a little plug.
Well, right now I am going to be launching on Monday a special offer invitation to work one-to-one with me for 30 days, and that will be to get people who are feeling stuck and stagnant in their business to having dream business breakthroughs.
Amazing.
So, excited about that.
Yeah, it sounds fantastic. And Rachel has invested so much in her personal development. You're just about to complete human design, aren't you, for business?
Yes, early next year. Very, very exciting.
As people probably can tell my stories, I have fallen in love with human design. I'm obsessed. I've done like myself. I've done my kids. I've done my. I've kind of done my husband, but I can't talk about it with him. I love it. It's amazing, isn't it?
It is amazing. And we had a great call where I took you through your human design. So
yeah, and I was like this, yes, yes. It's so accurate, it's uncanny, it's just kind of like, woo.
Yeah, it's an absolute
Amazing.
blueprint for yourself, and applying it to your business, you know, to your strengths is like so.
Yeah, it really is a game changer massively. Right, if you're still watching and you've got to the end of this call, end of this live, sorry, I can't speak properly. If you've got to the end of this live and you're still watching, I am going to be doing a one-off masterclass this Friday, which is going to show you the exact steps I took to get that successful launch I talked about in the beginning, which was done all on social media, all on personal outreach. It wasn't a big all singing, dancing masterclass challenge launch. It's quite low key, but what I did is I really, really made that connection with people in DMs and with engagement, and that's what made it successful. So you can do this even if you've got a small audience, even if you've only got a few hours a week. It's specifically for you if you're a transformational coach and you get amazing results for your clients, but you're just the internet's best kept secret. This is exactly what you need to be out there and famous. So that's what we'll help you do. And I will be your biggest cheerleader. So if you want to join me on Friday to get a taster for that, and also I'm going to be giving an extra bonus on that call, and only for people who are on the call, which will make you fall off your chair because it's so bloody amazing. Join me Friday at 1:00, and I will be putting stuff in my stories as well. So watch that. Thank you so much for joining me, Rachel. It's an absolute pleasure talking to you. And
So welcome.
I'll see you online.
Yeah, and Mel would be your biggest cheerleader. Absolutely, she's been mine. So,
oh, thank you. Well, lots of love. Take care, everyone. Bye.